Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone. So today we're going to present to you about Proton and Perodua. So before we start, I'm going to introduce our group members. So the first one is me, Ninajla Hurin, and next one, Fatin Nadira, and Alisa Safia, and also Hanis.
So first, Proton is a Malaysian first car national company. Founded in 1983, it was a created to help the country grow its own car industry. Proton mainly made cars that are affordable for middle to lower income Malaysia. The company wants to give people good quality car in reasonable price. In a recent year, Proton has worked with a Chinese company called Geely to improve the technology and design. So the second one is Perodua. Perodua is a Malaysian second national car company. It was started in 1993 and a focus on producing small, fuel-efficient and budgeting-friendly vehicles. Perodua works with Japanese companies like Daihatsu to improve the quality and safety of its car. It is now the best-selling car brand in Malaysia and is known for making reliable and affordable cars for many Malaysians.
Proton and Perodua using super important financial ratio. Let's start with the current ratio and asset test ratio. This ratio shows the company ability to pay short-term debt. Proton has a very low current ratio of 0.40 times, while Perodua current ratio is much higher at 3.30 times. This means Perodua is much better at paying its short-term debt. The asset test ratio also shows the same result. Proton is at 0.35 and Perodua is at 2.50. Next, we look at the inventory turnover ratio. Proton ratio is 6.82 times, but Perodua is much higher at 19.90 times. This means Perodua still replace its stock more quickly than Proton. For the account receivable turnover ratio, Proton collect money from customer faster. Proton collect in about 51.92 days, while Perodua collect in just 23.48 days. Although Proton turnover ratio is higher at 40.88 times, it's taken longer to collect compared to Perodua. Now, let's look at the debt ratio. Proton has a very high debt ratio of 0.38 times, which means it's used a lot of debt to finance its business. Perodua, on the other hand, has a very low debt ratio of 0.07 times, showing it is financially more stable. The time interest earn ratio shows how well the company can pay interest on its debt. Proton ratio is only 0.98 times, which is Perodua ratio is much better at 39.58 times. Moving to profitability, Proton gross profit margin is 14.70%, which is higher than Perodua 8.50%. But when we look at the net profit margin, Perodua is much better with 15.86%, while Proton only has 1.53%. Lastly, we look at the return on asset and return on equity. Proton return are both very low at 0.70%, but Perodua return are strong at 30.60% for both. The net monetary contribution received by Proton and Perodua based on the 2024 report of PMB Resources Berhad and DRB Highcom. For Proton, under DRB Highcom, came from its alliance with Geely. Contribution include advanced technology, global platform sharing, and placement of Geely expert within Proton management. Proton also benefit from projects like the Automotive Heritage Valley and DRB Highcom's strong focus on governing ESG and talent development. Meanwhile, Perodua under MBMR, key non-monetary benefit come from its partnership with Daihatsu. These include technology transfer, Japanese safety standards, and support in vehicle design. MBMR also played a strategic role on Perodua board, enhancing its governance and long-term direction. Although these are not direct cash flow, they play a major role in boosting both company competitive and innovation.
Okay, right now I will be presenting a financial comparison between two companies, which is Perodua and Proton. This analysis is based on a key financial ratio that reflect their liquidity, profitability, efficiency, and overall financial health. Okay, first we had liquidity ratio. In liquidity ratio, we had current ratio and acid test ratio. So we talk about current ratio first. Okay, Proton has a current ratio of 0.40 times, which is below 1. This indicates that Proton may have trouble meeting its short-term obligation. In contrast, Perodua has a much stronger ratio of 3.13 times, showing a solid ability to cover short-term liabilities. Okay, next for acid test ratio. Similarly, the acid test ratio reveals that Proton score just 0.35 times, while Perodua stands at 2.50 times. This further proves that Perodua has more readily available liquidity assets to meet its liabilities. Okay, next for efficiency ratio. Efficiency ratio had two, which is inventory turnover ratio and account receivable turnover. Okay, for inventory turnover ratio, Perodua record 19.91 times for exceeding Proton 6.82 times. This means Perodua is more efficient in selling and restocking inventory. Okay, for the account receivable turnover, Perodua collect payment in about 23.48 days, while Proton take 41.92 days. This indicates that Perodua has better credit management and faster cash recovery. Besides that, we have solvency ratio. In solvency ratio, we're looking at the debt ratio. Proton has 0.83 times, significantly higher than Perodua's, which is 0.07 times. This shows that Proton is more reliant on debt financing. In terms of time interest earned, Perodua can cover its interest expenses 35.96 times, while Proton can only cover them 0.98 times. Although Proton is not in immediate danger, it clearly has less financial flexibility. Last but not least, we had profitability ratio. In profitability ratio, we had gross profit margin. Proton leads slightly with 40.70% compared to Perodua's, which is 8.50%. However, when it's come to net profit margin, Perodua stand out with 50.86% versus Proton's, which is 1.53%. Looking at return on asset and return on equity, Perodua again dominates with 30.61% for both, while Proton lags far behind at 0.17%. Lastly, in conclusion, while Proton shows a stronger gross margin, it faces challenges in liquidity, profitability, and debt management. Perodua, on the other hand, shows excellent financial stability, strong profitability, and efficient operation. From an investor perspective, Perodua presents a more attractive and safer investment due to its robust financial fundamentals.
So now for a recommendation for Proton. So Proton needs to accelerate electric vehicles development and needs to pursue to stay competitive in the shift toward cleaner transportation. And the next one is Proton needs to expand infotainment technology to keep Proton aligned with global's expectations for in-the-car digital features. And the next one, they need to improve safety features. So Proton needs to boost consumer trust by offering advanced safety in more models. For Perodua, they need to launch hybrid and electric vehicles. They need to ensure Perodua remains relevant in the future green vehicle market. Next one, they need to upgrade design and premium features to attract younger people and style conscious buyers, because nowadays younger people love to buy a car. So the last one, they need to expand into international market. So Proton need to tap into demand for affordable fuel-efficient car in Asia, South Asia, and Africa.
So the last one, after comparing Proton and Perodua, it's clear that Perodua is doing better overall. It has more money to pay its debt and more profit and manage its business more efficiently. Proton is still growing and has support from a big Chinese company, but it has more debt and lower profit. So Perodua is a better choice for investors who want a safer and more stable company, while Proton may suit those who are ready to take more risk and for future gain.
That's all from us. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.